like to thank the Honorable de Lima for her comments on this substitute House bill. I would like to tackle three major items, Mr. Chairman. The first one is removal. The second is with respect to the organization. And the third is with respect to the role of the Commission on Human Rights in protecting the rights of Filipinos abroad. On the matter of removal, Mr. Chairman, I do feel that Section 9, we are delimiting ourselves to very difficult charges for the removal of the chairperson and members of the Commission, because we're talking here of culpable violation of the Constitution, treason, bribery, graft and corruption, other high crimes, or betrayal of public trust. These are very difficult charges to prosecute. I would propose, Mr. Chairman, that perhaps the existing laws may be sufficient. How do we remove, for example, the Commissioner of the BIR, the Commissioner of Customs? We can go through the same process, but probably one of the more serious charges that we can file against the senior officials of the Commission on Human Rights would be lack of initiative. Because in this particular case, to me, a very important role of the CHR is to be very proactive. That is the role. And lack of initiative. In the old Royal Navy, an admiral can be hanged for lack of initiative. In other words, the admiral may have lost a battle for temporizing. In this particular case, the Commission on Human Rights may have lost battles, may lose battles in defense of the human rights of a person by lack of initiative, not initiating something when that something is glaring before their eyes. That is my position here. But I believe that the aspect of lack of initiative, negligence, etc., are already well established in our statute books. So I think we can make do with that. We will further complicate the removal by introducing this aspect of bribery, treason, especially treason. I cannot imagine, for example, chairman committing treason, betrayal of public trust, which are very vague terms as we have experienced in impeachment proceedings. So that's the first. I believe that we can make do with the existing statutes. One can file a case against anyone, and that the case can be prosecuted in accordance with the existing statutes, including filing a case in the Civil Service Commission against the lower level members of the CHR. The second item is with respect to organization. I heard from the chairman that she would like some leeway with respect to organization. Well, I can understand her concern here, but Mr. Chairman, it may be better that at this stage we should already define the specific divisions and units of the CHR, because the other alternative is to leave it to the perhaps the DBM, and the DBM is a more difficult entity to deal with based on my experience in the executive branch, because they will be the one to define the organization, management office, etc. It might be a more difficult problem. So perhaps we should tackle that now. I think we have the time to tackle that now for Chairperson de Lima to already give us their sense of what their organization should be, and for the members of Congress to also contribute to what that organization should be. Well, I see here the existing organization of the Commission. I think it's better to divide it. The third would be the matter of the OFWs, I think Chairman De Lima would recall that I was among the first to call the attention of the CHR with respect to protecting the rights of Filipinos abroad, even to the point of raising this issue to the United Nations Commission on Human Rights, which I think would be a deterrent to the host country. I think a host country would not want their country to be the subject of the investigation of the United Nations Commission on Human Rights. And I do not see that in the provisions with respect to protection of Filipinos abroad. I don't see any mention here of bringing it, raising it to the United Nations. I don't know, what is the name of Commission on Human Rights? What is the exact term? United Nations Human Rights Council. Yeah, United Nations Human Rights Council, which is a deterrent body. I know that it may be a circuitous matter, but it always upsets national leaders, even here in the Philippines, when the matter is raised to the UN level. And I think we should take advantage of that. It is a political process, maybe not legal, but we should take advantage of that, especially with respect to countries like Hong Kong, maybe other host countries where we have a lot of cases of Filipinos being abused by the host countries, by citizens of those countries. Now, the other observation I have is this matter of in coordination with the Department of Foreign Affairs. The CHR is not per se a member of the executive branch. It is an independent body. The moment we mention in coordination with the Department of Foreign Affairs, we are in effect saying that they are being subsumed by the executive branch. The ambassador, the Secretary of Foreign Affairs can intervene. Secretary Romulo probably will not, but another Secretary of Foreign Affairs may intervene with the functioning of the Commission on Human Rights by virtue of mention of the term in coordination with. We all know that a lot of people can abuse this. They can derail the proceeding of the CHR if the CHR will not coordinate with the Department of Foreign Affairs. I propose that this be removed, Mr. Chairman. The matter of deputizing Philippine